Guys, today I want you to come along with me on my journey to rank all 85 MCU villains from worst to best. The thing is, I know this seems like a daunting task, so you might be wondering, Ty, why are you making this video today? First of all, I love talking about the MCU, and second of all, about 2 months ago, I made a video just like this one, ranking all 112 MCU heroes. So if you want to, after this video, go check that one out. And people really seem to like watching me torture myself because trust me, it is mentally exhausting to sit down for like an hour and a half or 2 hours and rank like 100 heroes. So yeah, that sucks. So yeah, that's what we're going to be doing again today because people seem to enjoy watching my mental health deteriorate. So let's just get right into things here. As you guys can see on screen here, I have all 85 MCU villains on this tier list. Now listen, I made this tier list myself, so if I missed anybody, be sure to comment down below who I missed, where you would place them, and also let me know your thoughts on my rankings of, where I put these villains, and also I want to hear your thoughts. More importantly, comment, let me know where you'd put this character, what you disagree with me, what you agree with me on. Any opinion I would love to hear. But yeah, listen, since this is going to be more of like a long form video, I just want to establish some ground rules to A, make this as painful as possible for me because people love to see that, like I said, and B, just make things a little bit more clear. Rule number 1 is gonna be that I have to talk about each villain. I can't just be like, oh, I think Abomination would go here, I think she would go here. No. I don't know why I said she, that's Alexander Pierce. The thing is, I have to actually take time to talk about why I feel this villain goes in this spot and, so on, whatever. Rule number 2, if I don't know the name of a villain, I'm not going to be able to look up their name. We're going to test my MCU knowledge. Do I know the name of every single one of these people? And the thing is, I know I said I made this tier list, meaning that I had to actually look up the names of these people, of course, to get their pictures on here. But I made it like 2 weeks ago, so trust me, I do not remember every single name. Starting off on top, we have the All Hail Feige tier. These are the best villains. All hail Kevin Feige. Shout out to him for his masterclass when it came to, making these villains who they are. The second tier is going to be great. Just great villains. They're not that top tier, but they're just one right underneath. Then we have good, just, kind of that above average tier. Fun, this is one that I added. As you guys can see, the colors here are sort of like ombre, but there's this one pink one that's thrown in the middle. I know that's a little weird. This is sort of like a no man's land. This is like, let's just say there's a character that doesn't have that much screen time, but has a big impact. I'd put them in here. Or someone that does have a lot of screen time, but I don't really think is that great and just kind of like fun, they're going to also go in here. So it's kind of like a weird middle of the pack type of, thing. It's just the fun characters, sort of. Even though villains aren't really fun, they're trying to kill people. Passable, now we're kind of getting into the like, fine, I guess. Also, bad, that's self-explanatory. And then come on now. This is like garbage, god-awful villains. And trust me, there are a couple out of the 85 in here that are gonna be going down here. Before I get into this, listen, I don't mean to sound like this, but I know this video is gonna take a lot of time to record, edit, this, that. So if you guys could drop a like, and also if you want to subscribe to stick around, I'm on the road to 1,000 subscribers and I want to hit it so bad. So listen, all your support means the world to me. I don't want to waste any more of your time. Let's just get into this. God, this is gonna honestly kind of suck. As much as I love talking about the MCU, trust me, recording a log video like this in one shot is not that fun. All right, let's just get things kicked off here with our first villain on the list. Now listen, Abomination, he's in the Hulk and he's in She-Hulk. So it's kind of like, I would say two sides of a coin, like one's good, one's bad. But quite honestly, I don't really like either. Tim Roth, I do like in the role, but I think that Abomination is like a perfectly passable villain. If I'm just going to be real with you, like I like his design, yeah, but I don't know. In The Incredible Hulk, that movie isn't that good. I know that I'm not really taking movie quality into, perspective here. I feel like that's unfair, of course, but yeah, he's like just a passable villain, perfectly fine, doesn't really offend me, doesn't do anything too crazy, some decent fight scenes, but also like the whole She-Hulk arc that he had kind of threw him off to me, and I don't know. I just don't really love him. He's just passable. He's fine. Up next, we've got Kathryn Hahn playing Agatha. Agatha all along. I love that song. So far, she's only been in one project, WandaVision. I think that, honestly, she is a fun villain. The reason I'm not putting her in good is because I actually really do like the twist. I feel like it was very unexpected. She does have kind of like that charm and she's kind of funny. Again, the song Agatha all along, super creative. And I guess that is kind of more of like the show and just the whole, concept of it being based off of like old sitcoms. But generally, I do feel like Agatha's motivation is a little bit weird, and like I like her costume and stuff. The final battle with her, I think, is almost like the worst part of this show. That's why I'm saying I think she's fun, because I feel like Catherine Hahn is really the thing that kind of elevates this role, elevates this character, if you know what I mean. If someone else was in this role, I'd be like, oh, whatever. She's funny, she's charming, she's amusing. I think she's just a fun villain. Again, this is like that no man's land of, yeah, she's not really good or great, but yeah, she's fun. I enjoyed her. I think she did her job, right. Now we're moving on to Alexander Pierce. This actually might surprise some of you. Well, wait, let me think, actually. I'm trying to think if he should go in great or all hail Feige. I'm going to put him in great. Alexander Pierce is a great villain, okay? His whole secret plan, the way he kind of like infiltrated, I was going to say Hydra, but he's basically Hydra infiltrating S.H.I.E.L.D. Such an impressive storyline. And of course, he's in, I don't mean to, spoil anything here, my favorite MCU movie, Captain America and the Winter Soldier. So, I'm not trying to be biased here, but just generally, I feel like that plot is so beautiful. And the fact that he's kind of like this sleeper agent makes it so cool. And it's not even like he has powers. He's just a normal guy, but he's powerful. He has a lot of influence within S.H.I.E.L.D. And of course, he's the one that kind of started, this initiative to try to like, basically like commit genocide across the entire world with these helicarriers that'll like pick out the people that are like gonna commit crimes in the future. Really awesome concept, especially that he has like personal ties with Nick Fury. Personal ties, by the way, for those of you guys that don't know, are something that I really take into account with villains too. I really like when, it feels personal. It's not just like, I just want to do something bad. I really like Alexander Pierce. I think he's a great villain. You don't need to have powers to be a great villain. That's very important. Such a great movie as well. Again, I don't want to take that into account. I don't want to be biased, but we got to get along here because I have, 82 more villains to get through. Next up, we've got Arthur Harrow. Okay, I'm 4 for 4 on names so far, so I'm knowing my characters from Moon Knight. Honestly, I think that Arthur Harrow is a good villain. Like, I don't think he's anything amazing. Ethan Hawke, obviously a prestigious actor, being in a Disney Plus MCU show, I think is really cool. I think that's awesome that he kind of took a chance with this. And Moon Knight overall as a show, I think is pretty good. I don't want to get into like the quality of all these shows and movies, but still, I feel like he was definitely one of the better aspects. I like him with his staff. He's kind of creepy. I like the vibe he gives, but also kind of like his motivations. I feel like I have a hard time remembering every single villain's motivation, just to be honest with you, because there's so many details and sometimes they're very intricate and stuff, but Arthur Harrow, I just think he's a good villain. He's solid. I like his little outfit he has on here, and I like the whole like cult thing. It's pretty cool. Very interesting, but again, he's just good. He's not really, I'm not head over heels for him. Not finally, actually, I don't know why I said finally, we have 81 more villains. We have Batroc from both Captain America, the Winter Soldier, and Falcon America. Falcon and the Winter Soldier, the Disney Plus TV show. He had a little role in there. Batroc, I mean, this is the type of guy, again, where do I rank him? He has a little bit of screen time, but his screen time's pretty cool. He has the Captain America fight scene. He's in a little bit of Captain America and the Winter Soldier. I think I'm going to put him in passable. Is he better than Abomination? Listen, I'll give Abomination, like, some credit. I think he is a pretty decent villain, so I'll put him behind this. And yes, I am going to be ranking within the tiers, so like this means that Abomination is better than Batroc technically, even though they're in the same tier. But yeah, Batroc, he's cool. I like his purple little jacket. I like that he's kind of just like this Russian guy that's kind of just out to get everybody or whatever he is. So yeah, again, kind of just like a glorified henchman. Nothing, too deep with his character. And yeah, that's about it. Next up, we've got the Celestial, like, Arsham, is it called? I know it's like Arshheim or something. I mean, I'm just going to be real. He's going in bad for now. We've only seen him, like, realistically one time in the Eternals. The Eternals sucks to me, and, like, I just feel like he came out of nowhere at the end of the movie and just, like, kidnapped the Eternals. It's not like he's really, like, a villain, like he's pulling strings. We haven't seen that much of him. As of right now, he's going in bad because it just feels like a loose end that they're kind of forced to tie up with a sequel even if they don't want to. And that kind of sucks for the people that are like, pulling strings like Kevin Feige behind the Marvel Studios. So yeah, they're kind of put in a tough position because that movie was kind of bad. And again, he kind of played into that because just the way that he kind of like made the Eternals, right? Didn't he? I've only seen that movie one time. I really did not like it. He's just a bad villain. I don't need to get anything. I mean, yeah, his character design is cool, though. I will say that. I like the red, the 6 eyes. Yeah, nice. I mean, you want a pat on the back? I don't know. Not an amazing villain. Next up, I'm not really including every single, like, goon, like, every single henchman type of thing, but the Chitauri army I thought was worthy because they're, like, a big part of the Avengers. I'm including, like, these soldiers and also, like, the worm things that fly. These are definitely fun villains. I'm gonna put them above Agatha. It's not like they talk or anything. I get that might be disrespectful putting them above Agatha, who, like, actually has lines and has, like, an impact on the story. But the Chitauri, Loki's kind of, like, army there that was, like, I think sent by Thanos, sort of, in a way. The Avengers is such a great film, and the Battle of New York is so classic. And even though a lot of people, they remember, oh, Loki's the bad guy in the Avengers, these were the people that were taking over New York, and they're really awesome. They're kind of just like the more memorable henchmen as well, so that's why they're going in like the fun tier. It's not like they're good villains, they don't really talk, but the worms are so cool as well, like the one that Hulk kind of like punches in the beginning when he's like, I'm always angry. Really cool, like beginning of the fight, not beginning of the movie, but yeah. Up next, we have Frank Grillo as Crossbones. I'm trying to remember the name of his villain. Yeah, honestly, I can't remember him. Also, I'm going to be making adjustments like halfway through or whatever. Not halfway through, but just as I'm going. Because I'm looking at Arthur Harrow, and honestly, I think he's just fun. I think I kind of gassed him up a little bit too much. Frank Grillo as Crossbones. Where do I put the guy? I mean, he has his moment in the beginning of Civil War where he kind of just dies. But also him in Civil War. Not Civil War. Him and Captain America, the Winter Soldier, the elevator scene. I mean, he's always been at Cap's side, sort of, in a way. At least at first, and then he kind of turns on him because, he's a Hydra agent, basically. I think he's a good villain. I really like him in his moments. Frank Grillo, it just seems like he's always 110% committed to, like, whatever role he's in. I love his accent. He's kind of just, like, a manly man. I feel like he's kind of like a character actor in that sense. I can't wait to see him in Creature Commandos as well. I don't want to get off track here, though. I really do like Crossbones, though. He gets his moment. He's the intro of, like I said, Civil War. He has his moment. And, yeah, I don't know. I like his beef with Falcon as well when they're kind of fighting in the tower and Winter Soldier. I don't know why we have so many Winter Soldier people so far. But, yeah, moving on. Oh, what's this guy's name? This is a child of Thanos. I want to say Cull Obsidian, but I don't know if that's just like a Pokemon or if I'm just making up that name. I mean, he's cool, but I'd put him in, like, passable. All I remember is that he gets his hand cut off from Doctor Strange, and he fights with Spider-Man and Iron Man in the beginning of Infinity War. I mean, what does he really do? He doesn't do that much. He's not really that impactful. Does he go above Batroc? I don't know. I'd put him above Batroc because he's fighting Spider-Man and Iron Man. Pretty cool, but yeah, this is the type of guy where I don't have that much to say, but I feel obligated to say stuff, so yeah. When you look at that, guys, we have finally hit our first come on now villain, Dar-Ben, a character whose name I barely remembered from the Marvels. This is legitimately possibly the worst villain in the MCU. Just to be clear, no, I'm not like the Marvels hater for no reason, whatever, this, that. This is the most underdeveloped villain that we've ever gotten. Her plan is so stupid. Also, I want to point this out. This is pretty much like the first main villain on the list. Pretty cool. And of course, she's ironically going to the worst. This is the thing. Her plan is so stupid. So she's from a planet, right? Where everything's dying. There's like no sun. There's no water. There's no air. And her idea of saving her planet is to go to another universe or another galaxy and steal their sun. Then go to another one, steal their water. Then go to another one and steal their air. How do you steal a sun, steal water, and steal air? How does that work logistically? That doesn't make sense. So you have a dead sun on your planet, so you bring in another sun and what? It's just gonna work? Like, I don't know how that works out. How do things work out there? Again, underdeveloped. She barely has any cool fight scenes. She dies not even really fighting. It's kind of just like under her own will when she puts on the bangles or whatever. But, yeah, this is a garbage villain. I don't know why I'm wasting any more time on her. This might be the worst villain in the MCU, possibly. Maybe not. We'll see. We still got, 80, 75 more villains to go, so yeah. Next up, we got Yellow Jacket, Darren Cross, I want to say. You know what? I think he's, like, our first real good villain when it comes to a main one. The thing is, it's cool that he kind of has, again, like, this personal tie. I like that he's kind of just starting to become angrier and angrier as the movie progresses. He kind of knows Hank, which I really like. And, his suit's pretty cool. I like the final battle in what's it called? The first Ant-Man movie. And yeah, like I said, his suit's pretty cool. I think it's a unique design. I do like the yellow, and I like how he's Yellow Jacket and then, kind of fighting the Ant-Man. It's like our bug thing. He does turn into MODOK, we'll get to that in a little bit, but I'm only talking about this one, of course. Yeah, I think he's pretty decent. The character seems to be enjoying the role. I like his bald head there, so yeah, not too much more to say. Next up, we've got... this is from Thor 1. They're fighting in New Mexico. I want to say the Destroyer. I don't know if I'm just saying that and that's just like a generic type of name. Is it the Destroyer? I'm pretty sure it's the Destroyer. The Destroyer's fun. Honestly, I think it's cool. You know what's funny about the Destroyer? It's pretty much the same exact thing that's in Days of Futures Past, like the X-Men movie, where there's like these big sentinel things that have like their face opens and a laser shoots out. Obviously, that movie came out after it, so if anything, Days of Future Past copied Thor 1, but regardless, really cool design. I think that it's no, I'm gonna put it last here. It's fun enough. It doesn't do too much, but it's cool. It kind of feels like unstoppable. I really like villains that are like super threatening, and this is one where, yeah, it doesn't have a personal tie to anybody, but at a certain point, if you're just like this force of nature, I just think that's awesome. The character design's sick, with like this little helmet piece with like the wings or horns on top. Really cool character overall. Not too memorable though, that's why it's going in fun, so yeah, let's just move on here. Alright, so next up we've got Doc Ock. Now listen, this is the thing, I'm not including Doc Ock from Spider-Man 2, so anything he did in Spider-Man 2, I'm not like taking that into account here, you know what I mean? Doc Ock is gonna go in, I want to say fun, and also, I know that I'm kind of, making up rules as I go here. I'm including villains that turn good and also good people that turn into villains. Like, I'm counting both of those, and I'm just talking about when they were villains, of course. Doc Ock, he's fun. I don't think he's like a good villain because honestly, he's barely a villain in this movie, but it's cool to see him. I'm going to put him probably above the Destroyer, but honestly, I'll kind of give Agatha that respect of like, I think she's a pretty cool villain overall. She has, that plot twist. I really do enjoy plot twists if they're done right, and I think hers was done pretty proper, except for the fact that she killed Sparky the dog, but yeah, I think she's just gonna go right here. Actually, no, I think I'm kind of bugging. Yeah, he's going here. Over the Chitauri army. I mean, I think Arthur Harrow's more fleshed out, so I'll give him the benefit of the doubt there. But yeah, I think Doc Ock's fun. Again, I was super hyped when this movie came out to see him, but I'm just being realistic. Now that we've had 2 years, it's not like he's some grand villain, just in this movie at least. Up next, Dormammu. See, we haven't seen him yet. I'm assuming Dormammu's going to be in Doctor Strange 3 if they go to like the Dark Dimension or whatever. I think Dormammu's passable. Has a pretty cool moment. I'm going to put him over Batroc. Put him over... Yeah, you know what? I think he's going to go at the top of passable because his moment is just so cool. It's so memorable. Dormammu, I would like to bargain, or whatever the phrase is, keeps killing Doctor Strange. And again, this is like one of those unstoppable forces that barely manages to get stopped. Really cool, really threatening, sick design. I really like the Dark Dimension that he's in as well. So yeah, I'm just going to go at the top of passable. Next up, all right, now we're getting into hot takes. We are getting into hot take territory. We've got Dreykov. Is that his name? Dreykov? Yeah, I'm pretty sure, from Black Widow. I actually think that Dreykov is a pretty good villain. I know that sounds crazy. I'm actually a Black Widow defender. I think that movie's pretty decent. It gets way too much hate. I think he's a good villain. I'm sorry. I really am sorry. I hate to say it. I think that he's better than Frank Grillo here, Crossbones. I forgot like his name, like just his normal name that isn't, the actor and isn't Crossbones. I'll think of it after this video. But Dreykov, I think he's going to go right here. I'm comfortable with that. I do like, again, he has probably one of the most personal ties you could possibly get with Natasha. That being that he basically like made her into a soldier. He like tortured her, ruined her. He made her the way that she is, for the better or for the worse. Regardless, I kind of like, that he's just like this sinister guy that like is running this whole corporation, like the Red Room. Overall, just pretty good. Again, I don't really have that much to say about him. I just think, he's pretty good. All right, so moving on to another child of Thanos here, we've got Ebony Maw. See, this is a weird one where, again, taking into account screen time, but also trying to, like, contradict it with impact. If you had a small amount of screen time, but your impact was really large, does that make you, like, a good or great villain? I don't know. It's kind of tough for me to decide. But honestly, I think he's a great villain in Infinity War. For the certain amount of time he has, the guy's only in like half the movie, but man, he is super threatening. He is extremely powerful. I mean, he's like beating everyone's ass basically. He's kind of like Doctor Strange, but almost better in a way, with like the way he could move objects. He almost has like the Force. Obviously, he's not going to go in front of Pierce, because Pierce, he's the villain of the whole movie. I like his plan better, but I really do think he's a great villain. He packs a punch in his limited screen time. Like, I'm looking at these people here, and yeah, they had like whole movies, like both of these guys, but I feel like he's more memorable, and that makes him a great villain. He's not all hail Feige, I'm not delusional, but yeah, I think he deserves to go here. I like his design, that Voldemort look basically, but yeah, pretty cool. Of course, Tony Stark calls him Squidward, so yeah. Moving on to Echo. Yeah, I'm counting Echo because she's kind of like a villain in Hawkeye. I mean, listen, I don't have much to say. I think she's passable. I'm not including, of course, her being like a hero sort of in Echo. I mean, where does she go? Honestly, I'm probably going to keep her right here because she doesn't really do that much. Like, she's kind of just passable, like I said. This is kind of just like the category. I don't have much to say because I'd have more to say about her if we were talking about her hero side. But yeah, as a villain, if you even want to counter as that, she's fine. She's whatever. I like Batroc better. I like his fights, whatever. Moving on to Ego. Ego's a weird one for me because I really do love him, but there's just something about the way he was written that does throw me off with Guardians of the Galaxy 2. I do think it's the worst of the trilogy, and the reason for that, I feel like, is because of Ego. It feels like during the movie, and keep in mind, I'm taking the movie into account because of how much screen time he has and just his impact overall, like I was saying. I feel like whenever he's on screen, we're kind of just like lingering around, and then we have the plot twist, which I really do like. And don't get me wrong, I really do like Ego. I'm just debating if like he's up here, if he's, kind of good. That's the thing that's kind of like pulling me apart. I do think he's a great villain. I think I'm going to settle on great, and I think he's in front of Ebony Maw, but I think he's behind Alexander Pierce. Again, when it comes to being personal, this is as personal as it gets. One of my favorite scenes in the MCU has to be that Peter dolly zoom when he's like, oh, when I put that tumor in your mother, and he just goes, what? With Chris Pratt. Such a classic. He's a great villain overall. Kurt Russell's charming, and I like the David Hasselhoff stuff, and the way he's defeated feels like fair, and also he actually feels powerful. So we've got a twist, we've got a personal tie, we've got the fact that he feels powerful. Pretty cool character design. So yeah, overall, not too bad. I don't really know if I love the way they like revealed the twist. Not like the what. I'm just saying the way that we kind of know it already from what Gamora's seeing, but I'm rambling way too long about him. Let's move on to the next person. Next up, Electro. Again, I'm not counting on The Amazing Spider-Man 2, just his limited screen time in No Way Home. And yeah, it was great to see him, but did he do that much? No. I'm going to put him like here, maybe, behind. Honestly, I do like the Chitauri better. I'm sorry. Like, I know that might be a hot take. Jamie Foxx, yeah, he's super charming, but I don't know. In No Way Home, because I rewatched it recently, and I feel like it just didn't hit the same as it did when I watched it in theaters that time. Do love the movie. I'm not turning on it by any means, but yeah, it was cool to see him. He showed up, and he didn't really do that much. He just kind of fought around a little, and that's about it. He kind of was good, then he turned bad, then he turned good, so it's like, all right, not too much. I like the fact that they upgraded his design. It looks good, but I actually am kind of a fan of the blue design. I know not many people liked it, but I kind of did. But yeah, he's just kind of fun. I think he's just going to go there. Actually, I'll give Agatha her flowers. Kind of seems crazy. I've been moving Agatha around a lot. I don't know why. All right, moving up next, we've got like the Ice Giant. I mean, I really threw him on here for some reason. I don't know why. Gonna put him at the back of passable. This is like one of the only people that I feel like I really have nothing to talk about. He's in Thor, I believe, right? Or Thor the Dark World. I'm kind of forgetting. It's like Loki's father, sort of, or like, Loki's people. He has like a moment or two. I wouldn't say he's like bad because he didn't really do anything. He's just passable, but also he's going towards the back because he's like not memorable at all. All right, so now we're moving on to Ghost. This is a bit of a weird one because it's like, I don't know. She doesn't do too much. She doesn't really have a personal tie to Ant-Man. They just need his machine to like, fix her. And the thing is, if they just had a conversation with Lawrence Fishburne's character and Hank Pym, this movie could have been resolved. I get that Sonny Birch is like thrown in there to kind of, mess things up. But regardless, they literally could have had a conversation and we would have been fine. She's a bad villain. I'm sorry. And I feel like that kind of isn't, it's not her fault because I like her design. It's more the Lawrence Fishburne character's fault because he was being stupid, kind of like, working with her or whatever. But, yeah. I mean, she's just going to go here, whatever. I actually don't even think I put Lawrence Fishburne's character on this list because he's not even really a villain at the end of the day. But she's, like, technically the villain, so putting her on here, not that good. Not that good overall. Not really excited to see her in Thunderbolts, if I'm just going to be honest with you. Okay, another child of Thanos. God, these people keep popping up. Is this one's name Corvus Glaive? Am I just making that name up again? I think that's what it is. I'd say that he's passable. I don't think he really has that much of an impact. I almost wish the Children of Thanos had like a little more screen time, or like they were in another movie or something to kind of warm us up instead of just being sort of like instantaneously killed in a way. Sort of like, what's his name? I'm blanking on his name. Ebony Maw. He's cool, but I honestly would put him like maybe here. Nah, like here. I think he's fine. Doesn't do that much. I like his character design, sort of. I like the train fight sequence with Captain America, Vision, and Scarlett Johansson. Why am I saying Scarlett Johansson? Black Widow. Is she there? Yeah, she's there in Infinity War. But yeah, pretty cool. Passable. Not really moving, the needle for me. I feel like we're getting a lot of passable villains, but that's because we haven't had really any bangers yet. So we'll get to there. Next up, we've got Green Goblin. See, this is kind of like another hot take where people might get mad at me because, again, I'm not taking into account Spider-Man 1. If I was taking into account Spider-Man 1, you're going into All Hail Feige. But in reality, I think he's like a good villain. I think he's maybe towards the top of good. One thing that really bothers me with this Green Goblin is the fact that we didn't really get to see him interact with Tobey that much. And I get it. This is Tom Holland's story, but I don't know. Like, I really did like him. He's at the top of good. He'll probably stay towards the top of good. But I just don't really think he's like a great villain. I feel like something's a little bit off about him in this. And I don't know. I don't really like how he has to be cured, of course. That still really bothers me, man. That kind of like takes all these villains down a notch from No Way Home for me, because that was just such a stupid storyline. And I hate how he like starts off good and he's like, oh, I have to like find Aunt May. I don't know what's going on. He's a good villain, though. Again, love Willem Dafoe. I love the Green Goblin from Spider-Man 1. Don't get me wrong. But I'm only taking into account the No Way Home one. It was great to see him, again. But he didn't really do too much for me, if I'm going to be completely honest. He's going to go here. All right, next up, we've got Gore the God Butcher. Listen, in another lifetime, if, Thor Love and Thunder was actually good, he would be, like, a great villain. The only problem is Taika Waititi made him a joke, basically, or made this movie a joke. And, I mean, he's fine. He's okay. Christian Bale, I love. I love the design. I love some of the fight scenes, but, like, he's not really that great. I'd put him maybe, he's good. I think he's good. Because, again, I don't think the movie's that good, but I'd put him in good. I think he's better than him. I'd put him right here. I think he's okay. He barely gets screen time for some reason. I have no idea why. We don't get to see him butchering any gods, which blows my mind. This movie was so short for some reason also. I don't know why. Because they tried to keep it under 2 hours, I'm pretty sure, unless I'm just making that up for some reason. Again, good villain. I'm not saying he's bad, but like, so much wasted potential. This literally could have been one of the best villains, if not like the best practically, in the MCU. Top 3, whatever you want to say. But yeah, just not that great of a villain. I don't know, just kind of weird. Moving on to the next one, we have the Grand Master from Sakaar. Fun. He's fun. Doesn't really move me that much. I like Jeff Goldblum a lot. I love Jurassic Park, one of my favorite movies of all time. But he's going to go, like, better than the Destroyer. Honestly, I like him better than Elect. Actually, I'll put him here. I think it's just fun. I have a good time with him. Whatever. I do like his design. I like, how he kind of gets, like, destroyed, like, his reputation towards the end. He doesn't do too much in this movie, quite honestly, but, he's kind of funny, makes a couple jokes here and there. It's just fun to have Jeff Goldblum in the MCU at the end of the day. Next up, we've got Kingsley Ben something, which is funny because his name is the opposite of Ben Kingsley, who's also in the MCU. Gravik is his name. He is going in bad, if I'm going to be honest with you. Like, he is really, really bad. And this is the thing. I actually really do like this actor. I thought he was really funny in Barbie, like the moments he had. I think he's like a rising star. He has a lot of potential. So I'm happy that, he kind of got this opportunity. But this show is so goddamn bad. And even though it's not his fault, he's a part of it. And naturally, I feel like he was one of the better parts. I did like his acting. I would put him over Ghost because I feel like his plan was sort of stupid. Actually, no, I'm going to put him behind Ghost. His plan was just so dumb to where he wants to kind of just like take over the earth for some reason. And it's like, bro, if we could just talk things out here or just like try to get you a planet. Like, he was mad that like Nick Fury didn't come back to get him, even though he was dealing with a lot of stuff. I'm pretty sure, if that's what I remember. Who knows, man? But yeah, he's going right here. Wait. Did I add him twice? Who's this? Oh, no. This is the brother or the cousin, whatever, from Miss Marvel. I thought I added him twice. It looked like him. Moving on. He Who Remains. He Who Remains, who I'm keeping separate from, like, Ant-Man, Quantumania, Kang. They're different variants that counts. He Who Remains is a great villain. He really is a great villain. This is, again, a villain that technically doesn't have that much screen time, but he's the one that's pulling all the strings. I've been using that phrase a lot, but I love people that do that. Pulling all the strings behind the Loki show. Then when we finally see him, that reveal, so great. Then at the end of season 2, when we see him again, such a great surprise. He's probably going... I really do like this personal tie, though, that he has with Peter Quill and how he killed his mother. Well, it's his dad. I don't know why I'm talking, like, in that perspective. But He Who Remains... Yeah, I'm pretty comfortable with him going here. Call me crazy. And I really love Falcon and the... why do I keep saying that? Captain America and the Winter Soldier. Actually, no. He's going to go right here. I keep lying. He's going right here behind Alexander Pierce. Up next, we have Hela. Also, just quickly want to mention, I really do feel bad about this whole Jonathan Majors situation because he was a great actor. As a person, listen, I don't think he was exactly a great guy, but yeah, just such wasted potential. It was such a great reveal when he was revealed in the Loki show. I was like jumping out of my seat. Next up, we have Hela. Hela's a great villain. I think she's like as solid as it gets. Like, I know that, solid sounds more like here, but I think, I like her personal tie. Again, I keep using that word. I'm going to stop using that for now on, but I like how she's like the lost sister of Thor and Loki, and that she's really powerful. This head thing that she has on here is cool. The way she's defeated as well, with like Surtur, is that his name, just kind of like slamming the sword on her, blowing up Asgard. That's like the most epic way you could go out. Not that, I wanted her to survive, but she's super hateable too. I mean, she killed so many Asgardians. I do like Ego better than her. I'm going to put her right here. And again, Ebony Maw, packing a punch for a limited amount of screen time only takes you so far. So, of course, someone that's carrying a movie I'm going to put in front of you. Shout out to him, though, still. I mean, being in great, that's great. But yeah, she's going right here. I really do like her. Would you look at that? We have our first all-hail Feige villain. The High Evolutionary is such a goated villain. Oh my god. You want to talk about hateable? He is easily the most hateable villain in the MCU. The only flaw I'd say with him maybe is that he doesn't like feel too powerful. I feel like he doesn't really get a chance to show off like his powers too often, but it doesn't matter because he's so well developed. He's the one that tortured Rocket, who's someone that we love. He's the one that even in this movie is torturing Rocket with, the device that he kind of sent what's his name, Will Poulter's character to kind of go after him or whatever, the Sovereign. And yeah, man, he is an amazing villain. I love like the purple. I know that's still like a picky thing, but I'm just saying, again, the way he's defeated, so satisfying. And the way that Rocket takes out that thing and he's like, the name's Rocket Raccoon or whatever he says. So great. I haven't seen that movie in a minute, forgive me. But yeah, he's going up here. So amazing. Icarus, yeah. Icarus, you kind of suck, brother. I'm sorry. I don't really care for the Eternals, like I said. I don't care for, like, the twist that he's kind of bad. Is he bad? I put him on here. Again, I made this tier list. And from what I remember from watching the movie one time, he's bad. This is definitely the MCU movie I, like, know the least about because I only watched it once. I just think it sucks. Honestly, I'll give Gravik some respect because as stupid as his plan was, I don't even remember him. I just remember him killing himself and flying into the sun. I'll put him above, actually... I don't know, because the Celestial's just kind of cool, but I'm just going to leave him here. He's fine. I don't really care about the order of these people. They suck, kind of, so whatever. Justin Hammer, baby. Great villain. Listen, you could say what you want about Iron Man 2. They didn't really handle the Demon in the Bottle storyline properly with Tony Stark's alcoholism. There was kind of some stupid moments. Maybe Whiplash isn't that great. We'll get to that in a minute. But Sam Rockwell is my GOAT. He's going above Ebony Maw. Listen, he's not like the top of the list, you know what I mean? He's probably going to end up being towards the bottom of great. But he is truly a great villain. Because, again, he's kind of always being embarrassed. And he's been so embarrassed by Tony Stark that he's like, you know what? Screw you. I'm going to go out and get someone that to, like, try to, take over your empire, basically. And it ends up almost killing him. So, I love his charm. He's so funny. I hope we see him again. I know that's been so many years, obviously, like over a decade. But regardless... I love Sam Rockwell. He's going right there. Moving up, We've got Miss Marvel's cousin, I want to say. This is the first character on the list whose name I really do not know. I don't even want to try to guess because I don't know. I just feel like I'm just going to say a random name. I mean, he kind of sucks. What do you want me to say? He's going to go, like, above the Ice Giant, I guess, because I remember he was, like, kind of turned evil. But I'll give Echo the respect because she's kind of like a new character in the MCU that actually kind of has an impact on the franchise as a whole. He's going to go here. You know, he had his moment, I guess, towards the end and, like, the shootout with, like, the FBI. But I don't really remember that much about him. He had a little bit of charm, I guess. Whatever. Next up, we got John Walker. I know that a lot of people don't like Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I actually said the right name this time and not Captain America and the Winter Soldier. I think that he is a very, very, very good villain. Very good villain. So he's going to go towards the top of good. I really like him. I remember while I watched the show, I didn't really love him that much. But then as things kind of went along, I was like, you know what? He's actually pretty good. And of course, look, we've got Wyatt Russell and then Kurt Russell, his father, right there. One tier below. But listen, I think he's a great villain. Honestly, call me crazy. Sorry. Don't get mad at me for that. But yeah, I'm actually putting him above Green Goblin. He carried an entire show. Okay, give me a break. There was a lot of villains in this movie that kind of, you know, were a little bit more evenly spread out with the evil. So I think he's like towards the top of good. He's a really good villain. All right, so now we're getting into some weird territory because Kang from Quantumania, I don't know where to put him. This is like weird. I'm going to put him like here. He's passable. And this is the problem. He was just written so poorly. This isn't on Jonathan Majors. This isn't on the character's design. This isn't even on, I'd argue, the first half of the movie. Because the thing is, towards the beginning of this movie, they're like teasing him. Oh, there's like someone that, you know, rules over the quantum realm. He's dangerous. Then we meet Kang. He feels super dangerous. But then he gets defeated by ants. I was almost laughing in the theater. I was so mad that they like ruined this character that was supposed to be super powerful. In my opinion, he should have killed Ant-Man in this movie. I will die on that hill. He should have either killed Ant-Man, killed the Wasp, Hank Pym, anyone. He should have just killed someone. I wish it was Cassie Lang because I really do not like her character. If you guys want to see me rank her, go watch the other video where I rank all the heroes. But yeah, he was terrible in this movie. Like, he's passable because, like I said, he does have like that, you know, power to him. You feel he's powerful, but then at the end, that's all taken down. You know what? Screw this, dude. He's bad. I'm sorry. He's bad. And I really do like him, but like, I'll put him at the top of bad, but like, they ruined him. They ruined his character because he got defeated by ants. I can't overlook that. And he didn't kill Ant-Man. He lost in a hand-to-hand combat battle with Ant-Man. Ridiculous. Next up, we've got Carl Butcher. You know, Butcher from The Boys. He's cool. He had his moments. I think he's fun. He had the double machine gun kind of moment there. That was really sick. I'm going to put him like here, above the Grandmaster. Of course, they're in the same movie, so, you know, why not put them next to each other? I kind of like Electro a little bit. I'm going to put him over Electro. I think he's pretty cool. I'll give Agatha her respect with that show. We've been talking about Agatha a lot for some reason, but yeah, I think he's a fun character. I like his design. Carl Urban, he's hysterical, you know? Next up, again, a little bit of a controversial one. Carly Morgenthau, the terrorist, basically, from, you know, the Black Mask organization or whatever it's called. Or no, the Flag Smashers, not the Black Mask. That's from Harley Quinn, the movie. I think that she's better than most people give her credit for. I'm going to put her, like, maybe here over Agatha. I get it. The way that she went about, you know, conducting her message was not right? She killed a bunch of people. Then, you know, Falcon's trying to be like, yo, stop doing that. She's like, no. It's like, bro, she is killing people, like actively bombing like shelters. Like, you need to stop her ass. But, you know, that's just how the movie ended up going. Well, the show, not movie. But yeah, she's just going to go right here. Again, nothing too special. I think she's perfectly fine. Like, whatever. She's a great actress. So yet again, we're getting into hot take territory here. Now, listen. I think that Killian is actually a great villain. I think I'm going to put him right here. Call me crazy. But I think Iron Man 3, first of all, is an underrated film as a whole. Second of all, dude, he's a great villain. Simple as that. He has that personal tie to Tony Stark where he's pissed at him for when he wronged him. He left him on that roof on, I want to say New Year's Eve, but yeah, man, then years later, he kind of has like, again, pulling the strings behind the scenes. I like people like that, where Trevor Slattery's like, kind of, you know, the Mandarin. He's playing that role for him. He's a smart guy. Then at the end, he turned into like, you know, the fire guy. I really like that. pretty cool to me. I don't know. He's a pretty cool villain. I do enjoy him. Guy Pearce is a great actor. He plays it very well. Shane Black directed him well, in my opinion, too. So, yeah, kind of like the way that he was kind of, moving things around like in a puzzle to make sure that his plan was put out properly. But, of course, it didn't end up working like in pretty much every single movie except Infinity War. But, yeah, great villain. Next up, we've got Killmonger. Listen, I think Killmonger is, I want to say, slightly overrated. And don't get me wrong, I don't think he's actually overrated. I'm just saying slightly overrated. He's still an amazing villain, just to be clear. I don't think he's in all Hail Feige, though. I think he's like the top of great. I'm going to put him, yeah, I think he's at the top of great. I really like how at the end, he sort of ends up being right. Like, he wasn't going about his plan correctly, but he actually influences Chadwick Boseman's character, the Black Panther, of course, to kind of, go and help his community and, help these people that aren't really, able to be helped or whatever. God, I'm losing my mind. I've been talking for so long at this point. But yeah, I really do like that part about his character. Michael B. Jordan is so cool. His hair is kind of weird, if I'm going to be honest with you. Like, I'm just saying. But I really do like his outfit. And the only problem is that final battle is, like, so mid. But I do like his last dying moments when he's, like, sitting there looking at the sunset. Because he's like, we want to get you help. And he's like, nah, just let me die. But, yeah, really great. Speaking of hot take territory, good God, we're going to talk about Kingpin. I am not talking about the Daredevil Kingpin, okay? Just to be clear, the MCU Kingpin is bad. I'm sorry. Some of you are going to disagree with me. I just think that it's so stupid how he's teased for all of Hawkeye, then all of a sudden, at the end of Hawkeye, he turns into the Hulk and he's throwing around Kate Bishop. Then he gets shot in the head. Then in Echo, the second project he's in, he's just like, Maya, please come back. Please, after you shot me in the head. He does nothing the whole season. At the end, he gets defeated by all the Force Ghosts of Echo, which, so stupid. Dude, he's a bad villain. I'm sorry. I hate to say it. He's not good. He's going here. Next up, we've got Ulysses Claw. I freaking love Andy Serkis. Guy's such a goat. Definitely a good villain. I like that he's kind of like this reoccurring, almost like the evil Wong, where he's like in multiple projects. But he got killed in Black Panther, which pissed me off so bad because I wish he was kind of like this reoccurring bad guy, kind of just, tinkering with certain villains, helping them out, kind of like a sidekick that is ongoing, like Wong, like I said, on the good guy side. I think he's like, right, I think he's here. I think he's behind Frank Grillo's Crossbones. I do enjoy him a lot. I think he's better than like the fun people, but yeah, I just think he deserves to go there. Really like Andy Serkis, man, that charm, that kind of insane attitude that he has. Up next, we've got this guy from Guardians of the Galaxy. His classic line of, who? When he's meeting with Peter Quill. I think he's pretty cool. The way he dies, where he gets like the side of his head like ripped out, it's pretty sick. I think he's fun. I actually really like his moments. I'm a Guardians of the Galaxy stan practically, so I, remember him a lot more than others. Would it be crazy if I put him above Electro and if I put him here? Is that actually kind of crazy? I know he was in one movie, but I just really enjoy his scenes. This actor whose name I'm forgetting, his first name starts with a D, but yeah, he's a really cool villain. I really like his design. I know that might kind of surprise some people that I put him so high, but yeah, I think he's really great. Up next, we have Crow from Eternals. Where do I even put him, dude? I don't know. Honestly, I'm gonna put him like here, and I know that might sound kind of crazy, but like I like on this earth, I cannot conjure any sense of care for this character. I don't even remember what he was trying to do. I remember he like took over Angelina Jolie or something. This villain sucks. I don't care. What's the name of them even? Because there's the Eternals and they're like, I almost said Descendants, but it's like something. They're like, the aliens or whatever. Such a stupid villain. I couldn't care less. This one's also going to kind of piss some people off. I think that the Lizard's passable. I mean, I think that's fair to say. He didn't do anything in No Way Home, realistically. I think he's okay. I mean, what does this guy really do? I'm going to put him here. Again, it was cool to see him, but as a villain, the guy did friggin' nothing. They didn't even have the actor from the Amazing Spider-Man movies come in for this movie. They, reused the old footage once he got, healed, which, again, that really hurts the villains for me, the whole curing the villains stuff. Ugh, so stupid. Next up, we've got Loki. Yeah, no question, all hail Feige. I get that now he's kind of like a good guy, but the thing is, Loki's reoccurrence, the fact that he keeps coming back. He has fake out deaths. He has a personal tie to Thor, to his friggin' brother. Everyone knows him too, which is cool. Like, Iron Man knows him, but also we have like him just going across the entire MCU. I love Loki. His character arc's phenomenal, and I'm not taking into account the hero thing, but especially that he kind of turns good, then turns bad, then turns good, then turns bad. Like, I like that about him because he's so mischievous, because he's the god of mischief. Such a great character. Tom Hiddleston is just peak casting right there. Doesn't get much better than that, and yeah, an amazing villain. I actually do like him better than the High Evolutionary, just because one movie versus being great in so many movies for so many years. I'm going to give that to you. Coming up next, we've got Mads Mikkelsen, of course, such a, prestigious actor, playing an absolutely mid-villain. Guys, I'm just going to be honest with you really quick. I'm extremely hungry already. I'm extremely fatigued mentally from talking for so long. My mouth is dry at this point. I've been recording for an hour and 15 minutes, believe it or not, because trust me, I edit a lot out. Just wanted to throw that in there. I am suffering, just so that you guys know if you're watching up to this point. And we're not even halfway through, I don't think. So, yeah, he's a bad villain. He doesn't do much. I mean, what does he really do? See this, technically, he's better than, the Frost Giant, because he doesn't really do much. But, it's just kind of the point of, he just isn't good. He's actively not good. He doesn't do anything to push any stories forward. It's kind of crazy to me that we have one big bad and then another big bad right here in both the bad category. But, yeah, they're just not good. I'm sorry. Next up, we've got Malekith. Yeah, Malekith sucks, dude. I get it. Everyone kind of dogs on him. I don't think the Dark World's as bad as everyone says, but he sucks. I mean, he doesn't do anything. His plan was to, line up the galaxies, I remember. I really like the practical makeup they got on this guy, but, yeah, he sucks. I'm going to put him above the Eternals stuff because I hate... Wow, look at this. A three-peat Eternals in a row. I think he's just god-awful. He really is bad. Again, doesn't really do that much throughout the whole movie. He's probably the most forgettable villain in the MCU. Oh, my God, this fatigue is setting in. I'm not going to lie. My brain is getting cooked. Miss Minutes. I am counting Miss Minutes as a villain, and she's definitely fun. She's definitely going this no man's land because I think she's very fun. She has a lot of really great screen time. Listen, again, call me crazy, but these are just my personal opinions. I think she's at the top of fun. She is again, kind of whispering in Kang's ear. She's whispering in Renslayer's ear. Loki is a phenomenal MCU project. Arthur Harrow's cool and all, but Miss Minutes, she's way more memorable. She has way more impact than some of these other people. It's crazy to put her over someone like Doc Ock, but keep in mind, besides the bridge fight, he's kind of good the rest of the movie. Obviously, if we're including Spider-Man 2, he's better. But I look at the rest of these people and I'm just they're fine. Top of fun, I think, is perfectly fine. And again, this is kind of like that no man's land. So it's not it's really better than these necessarily, but worse than these. It's kind of just an in the middle. Up next, we've got MODOK. MODOK's gonna go right here. MODOK is just... I don't even know why MODOK's in this movie. MODOK's the type of character that's so actively bad that isn't even a main villain, to where it's why did I need you in here? If it was just Kang, right? What would change about the story? Nothing. They could have just had Kang send soldiers instead of MODOK to terrorize the villages or whatever. It wouldn't have been a big deal whatsoever. Didn't have any impact on the story. He sucks. The design sucks. It's Darren too, which really sucks. He was a great character. I died in Avenger. Dude, this movie is horrible. Quantumania was literally so bad. Up next, we've got Mysterio. I am going to piss some people off. Jake Gyllenhaal is one of my favorite actors. However, I actively hate Far From Home. And I think he actually is... I want to say here. I think he's going to go right here. His suit looks awesome. Actually, wait, what am I doing? Hold on, let me relax. Top of bad. Listen, his whole plot, his premise is to become the, new superhero of the world by, faking it, right? But the only problem is, he's faking it till he makes it. But once he makes it, then what? What if an alien invasion comes? Who's going to save the world? He's trying to become the number one superhero. People are going to know he's faking it. So I don't understand. The fact that he managed to get the glasses from Peter, so dumb. And again, I love Jake Gyllenhaal, but this is one of the worst villains in the MCU. I do not like this villain whatsoever. It felt like just set up for No Way Home. All right, next up, we've got Miss Marvel's grandma or aunt. I don't even remember who this is. She's just bad. I mean, like, she's probably gonna go, like, here. Because at a certain point, it's not like she really did anything, like, bad. She didn't go out of her way to be a terrible villain. But she's so forgettable. So just unmemorable. Like I said, same word, basically. I'm getting caught up on semantics here. That I just don't care for her. Like, I will never think about her, ever. And I'm an MCU fan. I don't even know her name. I don't even know her name. That says more than enough. I don't remember her powers, or does she have powers? I think with, like, the bangle. Who knows? Whatever. Up next is Namor. Namor. By the way, if I seem kind of negative, again, I'm honestly kind of starving right now, and it's kind of making me, like, hangry. Namor is going to go in, I want to say good. I feel like Wakanda Forever is a bit of a slow movie. I don't know why it's so long, and that kind of hurts his character a bit, because it's just like, all right, come on now. Like, I want to see you do stuff. Sorry, hitting a quick stretch here. I think he's good. I think he's, like, right here. Maybe there's a hot take. I mean, I don't know if that really is a hot... No. I think he's better. I think he's going to go right here. I think that's fair. He's a really good villain. I think, you know, there's nothing wrong with him. I like how he interacts with Shuri, and it's like, he's more of like an anti-hero that's kind of just defending his own people. It's not like he, again, wants to do anything bad to anyone. He's just trying to defend his own, you know, place, but he's going about it in the wrong manner. You know, he's like trying to almost, I don't want to say take over Wakanda, but take over the land or whatever. But yeah, pretty good. Nothing too crazy. I do like his design though, and it's a great actor. Up next is Nebula. Nebula is awesome, dude. Like, even before she's kind of like a good guy, I think she's so awesome. I'm gonna put her like here. I think I'm gonna put her here. And keep in mind, this is gonna get more filled up, so it's not like she's gonna be like this close to the top. Nebula, dude, when she's evil, she is evil. She is hateful. I love the actress that plays her, Karen. Oh, I don't know what her last name is. Is it like Gilliam, or am I just making that up? I don't know. Regardless, I love her design as well. The fact that she's also like birthed from Thanos. She has that thing with Gamora, like that competitive nature, especially in the first Guardians of the Galaxy, where she's mad that she was always beating her in the fight. She never let her win, whatever. Such a great villain overall. Just, God, just how can you not love her? Up next, Obadiah Stane, baby. I think that he's going to go right at the top of great. I mean, you want to talk about really great villains in the MCU, man. Jeff Bridges, man. What a GOAT. The fact that he was trying to take over, you know, Tony Stark's company here, Stark Industries, for those of you that don't know, and, you know, just try to take advantage of what's going on, and the fact that he plotted to kill Tony. Awesome. Again, another twist villain, sort of, that I feel like is actually done right, developed well, one off. It's not like he's, you know, keeps coming back, whatever. The Ironmonger suit is also pretty awesome, and the way he's defeated, I do enjoy, like, that final battle. And, yeah, he's the one that kind of, you know, set up the MCU in a way, if you really think about it. Set up bad people trying to take over this universe. So, yeah, going at the top of great. Up next, we've got a child of Thanos whose name I don't know. I just remember that she gets killed in Infinity War in, like, that little ditch area, I believe, by one of the girls. I want to say Black Widow or someone. I think that she's passable. Like, I mean, I'm just going to put her, like, next to this guy, because I really do like Batroc. But, like, what did she do? Did she do anything? I like her, like, horns, and I like the black forehead. That kind of contrast with, like, the bottom of her face. But, yeah, not too much. Next up, we got this guy from Iron Man 1, like the terrorist black... Wait, what's it called? 12 rings. I don't know why I'm saying black rings, because the rings are actually black. The 12 rings... No, 10 rings. Oh my god, guys, my fatigue's setting in. I'm not even going to edit this out because I want to actually show you guys that I am exhausted. Not that I really should have to, because trust me, this sucks. I've been recording for an hour and 25 minutes. He's pretty cool. I think he's fun. He's like, he really seems like pissed off that he escaped. He gets killed pretty much, or at least paralyzed, whatever, by Obadiah Stane. He's really fun. I do enjoy him. I'm going to put him like right here. I think this is a perfect spot for him, right behind this guy who I feel like these two guys are kind of like together. They're kind of like the side villains that are like really angry, and I do like that. So yeah, they're going to go together. Next up, we've got Red Skull. People are not going to like this. I know that in the comics, the Red Skull is a great character, but I do love his design. Like, he looks so awesome, but I think he's passable. I'm going to be honest with you. I think that he's going to go, like, right here. I do like the first Avenger, the Captain America movie. Not talking about the Avengers, but, yeah, I think he's just okay. I don't think he really adds that much to the movie, if I'm going to be honest with you. Like, I think there's been better Captain America villains, like Alexander Pierce here. But, yeah, like, again, it's kind of more focused on, like, the design rather than him being written properly, in my opinion, but also that could just be me being tired talking. Next up, we've got Ramona Renslayer. She's fun. I think, I'm going to put her in good. I'm going to put her in good, like, towards the back. I think she's a really good villain. Again, she's kind of like the Lady of Kang, you know? She's like the sidekick to our He Who Remains. She knows what's going on. But also, she's trying to figure out who she is, at least in the first season of Loki. And again, Loki's such a great project. So, all the, you know, kind of pieces that were being tampered with, this, that. I also like, not that she has a character design or like powers, but I do like her suit and stuff. She just looks cool. I like the actress. Really cool. Ronan the Accuser, underrated villain. I'm gonna say that right now. I think that he is gonna go right. Guys, don't kill me. Guys, don't kill me. I think he's gonna go here. Everyone loves to talk about how, oh, in the first Guardians of the Galaxy, the worst part is the villain. Dude, Ronan's a good villain. He goes against Thanos to try to use an Infinity Stone to destroy Xandar. That's sick. That final battle's awesome. He feels powerful. His design is cool. What else do you need? Okay, fine. Maybe he doesn't really have any emotional attachment to anybody, but who cares? He's just this powerful guy that gets defeated in an awesome manner as well. We're the Guardians of the Galaxy, bitch. You said it yourself or whatever. Well, the line's reversed, but you get the point. He's cool. I really like him. Up next is Sandman. Guys, I'm sorry. Like, I really am sorry. He's going to go right here because he doesn't do anything. Like, I like that they were in the movie, but he doesn't do anything the whole movie. He's fine. I mean, he's okay. He has more of an impact in the final battle than Lizard, so I'm going to put him above him. But, like, what does he do? Not that much. And I love Flint Marko. Great character in Spider-Man 3. But this isn't about Spider-Man 3. This is about in No Way Home in the MCU. Sharon Carter. Oh my god. What a character assassination. I love Peggy Carter. But wait, did I say Captain Carter? I don't know. I love Peggy Carter. This is like legitimately such a bad twist. I'm going to put her like, where do I even put her? I'm going to put her here because this offends me more. Because the thing is, graphic might be bad, but this actively like offends me. Because she was a great you know what? I'm going to move her down to here. I love Peggy Carter as like this side character. She was flirting with Steve, whatever. And now she's like the power broker. She's the bad guy all of a sudden. I guess she's going to be in Captain America 4. Why would you do that to your characters? That's so dumb. Oh, I'm getting really hangry right now. I'm not going to lie. Next up, we've got Shocker. I mean, come on. What does this guy do? You're going to go here. This guy does absolutely nothing in Homecoming. He's fine. I'm going to put him above these people because they literally do nothing. These two right here are like so non-existent. Like if they didn't exist, nothing would change. But he's going to go here. He's fine. I like his design, his little fist. He doesn't have that many moments besides like that fight scene with like the buses, but whatever. Evil Strange. Evil Strange I think is fun. I think he's fun. I like the fight. I mean, the one scene he's in, again, packs a punch. Limited screen time, but he works for it, you know? The musical fight. Gonna put him like right here. I think Evil Strange is a really cool little villain. Sonny Birch, this is again where I get into hot take territory. I think he's very fun. I actually think he's a very enjoyable character. I'm gonna put him like right here. Like most people will put him down here, but I like that he kind of has like this accent. I forgot the name of the actor, but he's very charming. He's very funny, charismatic. Feels like he actually wants to be here in this movie in Ant-Man and the Wasp. I almost said Quantumania, just Ant-Man and the Wasp. And yeah, overall, I kind of like, you know, he's after this little thing, like this MacGuffin story. Final battles, or final, you know, scene, whatever you want to call it, it's pretty cool. And yeah, overall, just an enjoyable kind of villain here. Next up, we've got the Sovereign. I'm including like the whole Sovereign in this as a whole. I think it's pretty fun. I'm kind of stacking up this fun tier here, but if I'm being honest, that's just how I feel. This woman is always mad. What's her name? Like Ashley or Alicia? I think she's cool. I'm going to put her like, I am a Guardians of the Galaxy stan. Is it? Yeah, she's better. I'm going to put her here. I'm going to put her here. God, I'm honestly starting to really get hot and tired and hungry. I'm sorry. I know I keep complaining, but oh wow, look at this. We got some bangers. I see some bangers coming up villain-wise. But yeah, sorry guys. This is actually torture. Please like and subscribe. That would mean the world to me. Next up, we've got the Intelligence or whatever. Yeah, this sucks. This literally sucks. Like, this is horrible. I mean, like, who cares about this villain in Captain Marvel? Like, Captain Marvel, I actually think is kind of an underrated movie. Not the best, at least MCU-wise. But, like, I don't think it's like terrible like everyone says it is. I like the buddy cop thing with Nick Fury and Captain Marvel, but like realistically, this villain is horrible. Horrible villain, barely set up. This woman's shown like lightly. There's not really like a threatening nature about her. It's just kind of like whatever. Okay, cool. You restrained Captain Marvel the whole movie, which kind of does hurt the movie as well. So, yeah. Surtur. Again, not that much screen time. Packs a punch. Destroys Asgard. I'm going to put him right here. I think he's pretty awesome. Is he better than Electro? I think he's better than Electro. I'm not going to lie. I'm sorry. I get it. Electro, he's an Amazing Spider-Man. I think he has a cool moment, though. That's pretty awesome. And I do like this guy. We had like a little arc. So, that's pretty sick. Next up's Taserface. I love when one of the people from the Sovereign laugh at him when like his final message is like, I'm Taserface. The whole mutiny storyline is really awesome. I think he's a good villain. Like he's a good kind of subplot side villain in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. I think he's gonna go. Wait, hold on. I'm gonna move Renslayer like up. I'm gonna move her up. I think she's a good character. I'm gonna move him up as well, like here. Hold on, I gotta move some people around here. You're gonna go here. You're gonna go here. Dreykov's gonna go there. Yeah, I like this. I kind of like how this looks now. He had it again. He had his moments. He had his time, and I like how he's like had this friendship with Cap, sort of, even though it's not shown too much on screen. So gonna leave him there. We're kind of on our final stretch here. I'm gonna try to bang these out because I am suffering. If I'm gonna be honest with you, Taskmaster, guys, I have a hot take. I have a hot take, and I'm afraid to say it. If I speak, I will be in trouble, as some would say. Taskmaster is not that bad. The reveal really isn't that bad. I actually would go to say I actively enjoy it. Sorry if I'm like repeating the same phrases. Like I've said actively something. I've also said emotional attachment or personal tie, whatever, so many times. Sorry, I just, I'm talking for so long here. Taskmaster is going to go, this is kind of just a placeholder, in fun for sure. But I like that she could like copy the movesets. Am I the only person that thinks that's really cool? She's going to go like right here. I think she's actually fun. The fact that, again, she could learn the moves of everyone. I think that the reveal that it's Dreykov's daughter makes sense. I don't know if it's just me, because we hear about how, Black Widow and Hawkeye had like this mission and it went wrong, like in like Age of Ultron or the Avengers, whatever. Then they actually show us what it was. It ended up killing his daughter, but then he turned her into a, kind of killing machine. I thought that was really cool. I don't know if it's just me. I get it. The comics were different, whatever. I don't care about the comics. I don't know much about the comics. Gonna go right here. I like Taskmaster. I think the suit looks so awesome. I'm sorry. I'm being real here. What's this guy's name? Why am I forgetting? He's the general. I think he's passable. Like, he doesn't really do that much. I get that he kind of is, like, pulling strings with, like, Civil War. And he's, like, kind of the guy that started, like, all the Sokovia Accords and stuff. But he didn't really do that much. Like, I'm going to put him, like, here. Thunderbolt Ross. Oh, my God. Like, what am I saying? Yeah, he's going to go here. Harrison Ford's going to be playing him in the next movie. Captain America 4. Rest in peace to the actor as well. Do want to give my salute there. Next up, we've got Thanos. Where's Thanos going to go? Thanos is going to go, come on now, dude. Like, this guy's just such a fraud. He's so horrible. Like, nothing he does, like, matters for the MCU. He was just, like, a one-off villain. The guy barely did anything. His character design looks so stupid. Like, just kind of sucks overall. Okay, up next. Obviously, come on. I'm joking, guys. Let me have a little joke here because I'm so tired. Sorry to keep complaining, but if you guys were in my shoes, I need Chipotle very badly. I'm actually going crazy. Thanos is going to be at the top. For obvious reasons. I don't really know what else to say about this guy that hasn't been said already. He wins at the end of Infinity War, as cool as it gets. Josh Brolin plays him well, voice acting wise, and he's the most threatening nature we've ever had. He's smart. He's almost a likable villain in a way, and I give all my respect to the Russo brothers for crafting such a perfect villain. Next up, we've got Curse. Believe it or not, I actually remember who this is. I actually think he's kind of cool. Like, he's passable. He has, like, his moment where I think he kills Thor's mom, or, like, he's involved with her. Frigga is her name. Yeah, he's gonna go, like, here. I think he's gonna go, I don't know, actually, I'm, like, saying he's not bad, but I think he's, like, kind of cool. I'm gonna put him here. Actually, oh, damn. I'm actually moving his ass down. Okay, he's gonna go there. He's passable. He's cool. I actually do like him, though. I like this design. Look at these horns. Pretty sick. Next up, we've got Tatiana. No, I'm thinking of Bust Down Tatiana, like the song. Is it like Titania? Yeah, I mean, this is just as bad as it gets. Like, she does nothing. She's like awkwardly shoehorned into She-Hulk. Like, I don't even understand her purpose. Like, she's kind of like trying to like mess with She-Hulk, and I'm just like, bro, what are you doing? It's so nonsensical. Doesn't make any sense. Next up, we've got Todd. I mean, dude, this is like 1A, 1B worst villains in the MCU. Todd is so terrible. What's his name? Hulk King. He's like the Reddit Lord guy. Just to be clear, like, I hate that I have to say this. I don't hate these She-Hulk villains or She-Hulk the show because it's like a woman-oriented show, because I feel like some people say that nowadays. I just think it's a poorly written show. As badly as writers, as terrible as writers can get. God, I'm misspeaking because I'm actually suffering. I've been recording for an hour and 45 minutes straight. But listen, this is as bad as writing gets. Terrible villain. Terrible. I'll put Darbin. No, Darbin, honestly, she had a cool fight scene or two. Like, I'll be realistic. And also, I'll move MODOK down. I'm going to give her a little bit of credit. Listen, I'm going to give her a little bit of credit. She actually was kind of decent. She was decent. Next up, we got the Tracksuit Mafia. Passable. I mean, what they do. They had a little fun moments. I like their little accents. We're going to put them above Echo, because Echo didn't really do much like as a villain. But the Tracksuit Mafia, I feel like, was fun. Actually, no, I'm lying. Echo's memorable. Tracksuit Mafia isn't name-wise. Yeah, so I'm going to put them there. You know, they were actually pretty fun in Hawkeye, don't get me wrong. I liked, like, Echo plus the Tracksuit Mafia together overall. And I feel like they didn't have the most impact on the MCU generally, of course. But, you know, I don't hate anything about it. Next up, we got this guy. I'm pretty sure his name is Tyler, which is also my legal name. I know, I go by Ty pretty much, but unless I'm just making that up and I'm completely lying. But this guy from WandaVision, I kind of liked, like, his approach, like, the way that he was like, no, listen, we got to kill Wanda because she's being dangerous. Like, I can't blame the guy. I'm putting him no, I'm actually talking kind of crazy here. I'm going to put him right here. I don't know why I keep gassing up these people and then I'm like, put them in passable. I gassed up all three of these people and then I put them right next to each other in passable and like pretty low. So yeah, they're going to go there, just pretty good. I don't really know what else to say. I like his motivation. I like that he's trying to kill Wanda, rightfully so. I'm repeating myself because I'm going crazy. Ultron is a great villain, but where does he go in this stacked list? Obviously above him, I don't know why I'm saying him, her. Is Ultron better than Hela? Let me think. No. Yeah, no. Ultron's gonna go there. A bit of wasted potential here. Just a bit. A sliver of wasted potential, if you will. But I really do like him. He's very menacing. I love Kevin Spacey, right? Is that his name? Who voices him? I really love the voice acting. Design's awesome. The Ultron bots are cool. His motivation's cool as well. And like his plan to like lift up Sokovia and then drop it like a meteor. Really awesome. And the way he's defeated, I like his like philosophical kind of, conversations. Really cool. Next up, we've got Vulture. Vulture's a really good villain. Really great villain. I like how it's Liz's dad. That twist is so cool. I think he's gonna go like here, maybe like right here. I think some people try to gas him like he's up here. I don't think he's that good, but I mean, regardless, look how high up he is. Really great villain. Michael Keaton, really cool to see him in the MCU, man. Has some really great scenes, and yeah, I think he's gonna go here. Honestly, I feel like now that I'm almost done, I'm like looking at this and I'm just like, some of these are probably wrong, but I'm too exhausted to finish this. Oh my god, I'm so tired right now. I have not stopped talking for like so long. Next up, we've got Wanda in Multiverse of Madness. Definitely a really good villain. Really, really, really good villain. Trying to get her kids back. The way she's defeated is like okay. I think I'm gonna put her like here. She's one of the better. Actually, wait. No, I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm gonna rearrange some stuff in a second. I'm gonna put her like here. I'm gonna put Nebula back a bit here. Justin Hammer, I'm gonna put down here. I'm gonna put you here. Sorry, I'm rearranging, just a bit of, spring cleaning, if you will. It's almost spring. And I'm gonna move you down to here. I don't know what I was talking about. Okay, that looks a little bit better. I'm way more comfortable with that. That's gonna all go together. We're on our final stretch. Wenwu is it an all hell Feige. We got some final stretch here. Wenwu is so amazing. I love that he feels his wife calling for him. He's powerful. He's fighting his own son, Shang-Chi. So cool. Obviously, the actor whose name I'm blanking on, it's like Tony something, I think. He works with Wong Kar-wai a lot. Really love some of his films. And Happy Together, he's amazing. You guys should go check out that movie. It's a bit older. Yeah, man. this is a great villain. This is how you do a villain. I love the way that he almost isn't even really the villain, though. He's kind of just being played with. He's being tormented, if you will, by his, deceased wife. So yeah, awesome villain. I don't think he's really better than any of these people, but I really love Wenwu, and yeah, he's gonna go there. Whiplash, I think, is underrated. Honestly, I think Whiplash is underrated. Where's my bird? I love Mickey Rourke's impression or whatever you want to say. I think he's gonna go here. Call me crazy, because her plan was kind of stupid, so I'm gonna put him here. I think he's really fun. He's enjoyable. I love Mickey Rourke, like I was saying, and yeah, overall really sick. Next up, we've got the Winter Soldier. Just talking about the Winter Soldier, not Bucky. This is literally almost as good as villains get. In my opinion, he's the third best villain in the MCU, possibly. We're not done with the list yet. He has literally every single thing you could possibly want from a villain. He has personal tie to Captain America, as personal as it gets. It's like his brother, his best friend. He's been tormented. In my opinion, he has possibly the best character design in the MCU. He looks so threatening with the long hair. The casting's phenomenal. I love the Winter Soldier. One of the coolest looking characters I've ever seen in any movie. Seriously, absolutely amazing. Speaking of amazing characters, we've got the Captain Marvel villain, who kind of goes hand in hand. I'm going to put him above. Wait, I'm going to move Crow down here. I know I'm making some adjustments here. Look at this. All three Captain Marvel villains. Yay. This is making me look like a misogynist. I'm sorry. I swear to God, I'm not. Just poorly written. He's a little bit better than, this woman, because he actually, kind of fights. And he has that funny scene where he's like, come on, show me your powers. And then she just punches him. Pretty funny. But yeah, just going to go there. I don't really care. Yondu, dude. Yondu's a great friggin' villain. I get that he kind of turns good, too. But he's kind of like Loki, where he's, on and off, good, bad. God, if I'm gonna be honest with you, I can't wait to be done with this. I'm suffering right now. Yondu, just as a villain, not including any of his heroics, so I'm not even really including Guardians of the Galaxy 2. I think he's gonna go here. He actually reminds me of Nebula, not just because they're blue, but they're both kind of tormented, and they're he's gonna go there. I really love Yondu. Michael Rooker's so sick. I like his powers too, the whistle, whatever. Zemo, easily all hell Feige. I think he's right above Wenwu. I mean, dude, the fact that he was set up from Age of Ultron, it makes the universe feel more connected. Not that it has to do with his character. I'm just kind of talking outside of that. I like that. That's how the MCU went about it. How it's this movie actually had an impact for the next movie. It's not like they were disjointed or whatever. Daniel Bruhl, right? That's his name. Such great acting in this film. I know the MCU doesn't get too much great acting, but yeah, overall, man, this guy killed in this role. His family was killed, and it's crazy because, again, this guy doesn't even have powers. He's the only guy in this thing who doesn't have powers, but his smart, planning is what got him here, his strategy. And he made the Avengers fight each other. He made them break up. That's why he almost ended the world. He was the reason for Thanos winning, basically. If the Avengers were together, Thanos might have lost. And then, finally, oh my God, I literally feel like I'm about to die. I hate to sound dramatic, but we have Armin Zola. I think Armin Zola is a really fun villain. I'm going to move him around. Actually, no. I think he's a good villain, because I really like him. Actually, no. Oh my God, I'm going insane. I hate to sound whiny, but I really do feel pretty miserable right now. He's gonna go right. Where do I put him? Am I still recording? Yep, just had to check quick. I'm gonna put him. Oh my God, I'm zoning out. Right here. Right here. I think he's cool in the first Avenger, but I really, really like that scene in Winter Soldier where he's in the computer, because he's hey, we won. We've been playing with S.H.I.E.L.D. for years. It's over. You guys are screwed. You know what I mean? Kind of in a way, but it's actually kind of bothering me that we only have one person right here. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna slide you down right here. Not cheating, because now look, now it's nice and even. We don't have one hanging down. And guys, just like that, we are done. Oh my God, an hour and 45 minutes later, 85 villains ranked. Guys, I literally cannot thank you enough for watching this video. Seriously, it means the world to me. I really hope you guys would consider sticking around. I want to hit 1,000 subscribers so bad. I've been working so hard for it. If you guys look at my channel, I don't mean to be gassing myself up, because it's all about you guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you guys want to watch more movie-related content, like I said, please please subscribe. More importantly, though, comment your thoughts down below. What do you think about my list? I want to hear your list. If I put someone in the wrong place, I don't know. I probably did, honestly, but, you know, this is just how we're feeling today. My fatigue has set in. Thank you guys for watching. I really love you guys, and I will see you in the next video.